More than 2,000 years ago, in a small town called Bethlehem, a young woman named Mary gave birth to a child. But this was no ordinary child, for angels had announced his coming, and wise men from distant lands followed a star to find him. While kings ruled in palaces, the true king was born among animals, wrapped in simple cloth. From his first breath, the message was clear. Greatness is not about power, it's about purpose. For 30 years, he lived in silence, a carpenter's son, building tables and chairs, while quietly preparing for something far greater. Then one day, at a wedding in Cana, when the wine ran out, his mother said, "They have no more wine." Jesus replied, "My time has not yet come." But moments later, he told the servants, "Fill the jars with water." When they tasted it, the water had turned into wine. It was his first miracle and the beginning of a journey that would shake the world. Crowds soon began to follow him, but he didn't promise wealth or comfort. He promised truth. He spoke of forgiveness, mercy, and love, ideas that defied the world's cruelty. "Blessed are the poor in spirit," he said, "for theirs is the kingdom of heaven." He told people to love their enemies, to forgive those who wronged them, to turn the other cheek. For some, he was a prophet, for others, a threat. Everywhere he went, impossible things happened. He touched the eyes of the blind, and they saw. He told the paralyzed to stand, and they walked. He spoke to raging storms, "Peace, be still." And the winds obeyed. He fed thousands with a few loaves and fish. And when a man named Lazarus had been dead for 4 days, Jesus stood before the tomb and said, "Lazarus, come out." And the dead walked again. People were terrified and amazed, but miracles threatened power. The rulers and priests feared him. Too many people believed. So they plotted, and one of his own followers, Judas, betrayed him for 30 pieces of silver. He was arrested in the night, brought before leaders, mocked and beaten. When asked, "Are you the Son of God?" he answered, "You say that I am." And with that, they condemned him to death. They made him carry his cross through the streets. The same crowd that once cheered now shouted for his death. They nailed his hands and feet to the wood. The sky turned dark. Yet in agony, he whispered, "Father, forgive them, for they know not what they do." At the final breath, he said, "It is finished." And the earth trembled. The King of Heaven had been crucified. They buried him in a stone tomb, sealed it, and placed guards before it. 3 days passed. The world mourned. But on the third morning, the stone was rolled away. The tomb was empty. He had risen. Death itself had been defeated. And when his followers saw him alive again, their fear turned into unshakable faith. Empires fell, kings vanished, but his words endured. He never ruled a nation, never commanded an army, never wrote a book. Yet his message changed billions of lives. He taught that love is stronger than hate, forgiveness stronger than revenge, and faith stronger than fear. And 2,000 years later, his story still transforms hearts. Empires fell, kings vanished, but his words endured. He never ruled a nation, never commanded an army, never wrote a book. Yet his message changed billions of lives. He taught that love is stronger than hate, forgiveness stronger than revenge, and faith stronger than fear. And 2,000 years later, his story still transforms hearts. He was the carpenter who built a faith, the teacher who spoke of peace, the man who turned pain into salvation. This is the story of Jesus, the man who changed the world forever.